Robert Bazell told a group of us in the newsroom today that of all the stories he'd covered over all the years he's been here, this next one has to rank as one of the most fascinating.
Well, this morning we can meet a man who can remember every day of his life.
He remembers just about everything. That kind of detailed, exhaustive memory is called hyperthymesia.
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 He's been called the human Google.
The human Google.
The human Google.
From La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Please welcome Brad Williams.
Brad's memory has certainly come in handy over the years, whether applied to spelling bees, memorizing dialogue for plays, playing trivia in bars, or even reaching the state of nerd nirvana as a contestant on Jeopardy.
You were on Jeopardy.
I was on Jeopardy, yes.
How did you do?
I came in second.
By the way, when Brad was on Jeopardy, he finished second.
He came in second on Jeopardy.
Hang on, he came second?
Second in Jeopardy.
Before all this happened, when I would tell people, or people would find out that I was on Jeopardy, it didn't matter where I came in on the show. That was enough to get people excited that they met somebody who was on Jeopardy. Now that this has come out, people want to know, why were you second?
Apparently, he didn't know enough about snakes.
So who would know more about sudden fame for remembering an absurd amount of stuff than the most famous Jeopardy contestant of all time, a software engineer from Salt Lake City, Utah, Ken Jennings.
I'm Brad. Hello.
Brad, I'm Ken. When were you on again? How many times?
1990.
I'm sure I saw it. And you won once?
No, I didn't. No, finished second.
Still, I mean, the hard part's getting on. I almost lost my very first shows. I was one question away from being a 0-game Jeopardy champion as opposed to a 74 game.
The first 2 or 3 minutes, I don't answer any questions correctly. And then just at the moment that I'm going to answer my first question correctly is when they interrupt the show, at least in Madison. Brad? We bring you this special report from ABC News. President Bush and Soviet President Gorbachev have an announcement to make. You don't get to see me answer a single question. Let's go to my category, 1984 movies.
Brad?
What is The Karate Kid?
Brad?
What is The Killing Field?
Brad?
What is The Soldier's Story?
Brad?
Who is Steve Martin?
Brad?
What is Moscow on the Hudson?
You are correct.
And I ran the category. Yay! I was the only one to get the final Jeopardy right.
While a regular on Major Beau's radio show, she said, "I'm 7 years old and I can sing 23 arias."
Beverly Hills, maybe? Or?
But Riff, you gotta phrase it in the form of a question.
I'm sorry, Alex, who is Beverly Hills?
Bubbles, you're right. Well done.
People see on TV answering questions about the Civil War or whatever, and they assume that means you have the media's idea of a photographic memory. What's a photographic memory? People will be like, well, you know, your car's parked in space, whatever. But I don't have to tell you that. I know you remember that. This is not a skill that society values because it shouldn't be, you know. Nobody likes that kind of know-it-all. And I did spend a lot of my life sort of suppressing that trivia know-it-all part of myself because he's no fun at parties. There's no way I deserved $3 million for knowing Tyrone Power movies and, hockey players.
What is cash?
Cash, money, you got it.
Now, you don't know everything, you just remember the things that you personally read or saw or witnessed.
Or I've heard about. I don't remember everything.
Teresa, did you give us your date of birth?
December 10, 1965.
That was the day after the first time they showed a Charlie Brown Christmas on TV.
Oh, really? The first time?
Very first time, 1965.
All right, let me look that up then.
And we can do the...
Yeah, that is when they did that, right? December 10, 1965. Wow. That's pretty good.
You remembered that date, right? Brad mentioned it back at the library.
So here's to you, here's to us, and midnight's getting near. It's